What's up, everybody? It's your boy Season. So today, this is part 2 of the Gundam Avalanche Exia review. This is for the option part set. This is to create the Gundam Avalanche Exia Dash, if I'm not mistaken. So we're gonna be taking a look at this today. Let's not waste any more time. Let's go. So let's see what we have inside, shall we? So it looks like these are probably the armor pieces for the knees. I think this goes on the back, if I'm not mistaken. So there's not really much to it. You got a couple of other pieces here, and you got some connector pieces. So you've got that there. It looks to be in good shape as well. And then it does look like you do have a manual. So what we'll do is we'll put all this stuff on him and see what he looks like all put together. So here we have the Avalanche Exia Dash. So in essence, really, he's got extra armor here on the knee parts here, and then he has these. These are almost, he can put his feet on here. We'll kind of simulate that here in a little bit, but he does have those. So that pretty much are the main pieces there. You do get 2 extra beam sabers that you can do once these are deployed, but I think it's okay. I mean, I like it. I don't know if this is worth having an option set. It just seems kind of strange, but because I mean, for this, you could have just added this with the set and charged a little bit more. I think probably under current circumstances, they probably would do that, but that kind of comes out. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. That kind of comes out right there. Kind of comes out there. So he can simulate him standing on it almost like a, I don't know, like a skateboard or something like that. So I think that that's pretty cool. I do like options, as you guys know, so I do find that to be very interesting, even though I would say that this for me is a little much. He's got a lot of armor pieces and it takes his articulation off. Actually, I hope I didn't break that. I don't think I did. Let's see. Let's put this back on here. But let's go ahead and snap this back on. All right, looks like it's back on. Okay, so you do have that. So it's an interesting look. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I think that it's the greatest thing I've ever seen, but I think that it's okay. So overall, it's a nice addition. Let's go ahead and put the beam sabers on so we can see how that looks. But first, before we do the beam sabers, let's make sure that his feet are kind of on here correctly, because it looks like you have these pieces here that kind of go in like this, and I guess this is supposed to keep his feet in place. So let's go ahead and just do this in real time versus me speeding it up here. Let's see if I can do this. All right, I'll tell you what, let me do this off camera since it's kind of hard to do this behind the camera. So let me see if I can get these in here, and we'll be right back after this quick break. And we're back. It was just that I wasn't pushing down hard enough. So pretty much what this is going to do is this is gonna lock his feet in place. So it looks like it should just set just like that. And then we can do that for the other side as well. So even though I don't really know that he really needs these, because I think that he's fine without them. It's not like he's gonna fall over or anything. And it does look like those will come out. There we go. All right, so you do have those, and then for these, you have these, and then you can take his beam sabers and stick these out like this. And then those go in the center like that. So it does look like these would actually look more like claws than nubs, but it doesn't come out. So that's really just how that looks. Let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick. So that's how the beam sabers will be on his feet. So pretty interesting. Let's go ahead and do the other one as well. So we'll do that and then open this up and stick those there. So technically, if you really wanted to have all of his beam sabers out, he's got 4. So he's got 4 up at the top there. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got the 2 at the bottom. So that's 6. And then he's got the swords here. He's got 4 on the back. So that's 10. So that's more than the 007 sword. So pretty interesting, I think. But I kind of want to get that whole shot, but it's so big now. Let's go ahead and move this back here so you can see that just a little bit better. So you do have that. So that's kind of what it's like with the dash parts. They're not my favorite, but I do still like it. It probably should have just been a part of the set with the Avalanche Exia, especially if you're gonna call the weapon pack, you might as well just have added the dash part, because really it's only 3 or 4 parts. And even though the P Bandai, it was relatively cheap at the time that this came out, I don't know if there's a ton of value outside of you just having the complete Gundam Avalanche Exia Dash. So that's really about it. So last thoughts on this guy, the Gundam Avalanche Exia option part set. In essence, this is the Avalanche Exia Dash. So you get the dash parts. Really, this is just an armored set. So really you're getting the armor on the knees, the armor's on the side of the knees, and like the back sled part. That's really all you're getting. So it's really only about 6 or 7 parts that you're getting in this set. Now you do have like the mounts for the feet and stuff. And then also with the claws, you actually can extend those out even further. I just forgot to do that when I was actually messing with them, but you can extend those out. So I just wanted to mention that. This one is going to depend on what price you can find him for. I think if you can find him, I would say under like $50, this is an absolute must if you are a diehard Exia fan. If you're one of those people that have to have every version of the Exia, then yeah, definitely. But I would say if anybody's charging you anywhere, I would say over $70, I mean, $60 you could probably say is kind of high, because I think when this one originally came out, it was roughly around $30. I'm going off of memory here, but I think it wasn't that expensive. But since we never really got a re-release of the Avalanche Exia, the prices on the second-hand market have kind of gone out of control, especially if you want this guy in good condition. So I really did look up the fact that I was able to find him new, and the fact that I got both sets at the same time. So I got the Avalanche Exia and the option part set together. So, and I really didn't pay that much, but you know, it is what it is. Now the thing about the Avalanche Exia, now apparently according to the original designer, if I'm not mistaken, there was actually another like sword that he had with this option set. And I'm actually surprised that Bandai did not include that in this set, because kind of researching the Avalanche Exia, I had forgotten about the Dragon Momoko Avalanche Exia that they released probably, I don't know, 10 years ago. And the Dragon Momoko sets, those were based off of the metal builds. So it had metal build type detail in a master grade at that time. And Bandai, of course, shut them down because they were actually doing really good work. And that Avalanche Exia was based off of this one. So, you know, that's just some interesting information that I had actually forgotten about, because I haven't heard the name Dragon Momoko in over 10 years. But, you know, it is what it is. Now, you guys know I don't normally score option part sets, but it doesn't really take away or add anything as far as how I feel about the Avalanche Exia. I think the Avalanche Exia is a great metal build. To me, it's way better than the normal Exia that we got in the show. There's just more to it. There's more things that you can do with it. But the option part set, you can take it or leave it. It really just depends on if you're a completionist or not. So that's what I've got for you guys today. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you could like, comment, subscribe to the channel, send this one out to all of the Exia fans, all of the Gundam 00 fans, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.